So when we knew that we are pregnant, we changed the doctor now. We had to get our own gynecologist. So we knew that we were pregnant. We started going to the gyna. But as we continued the first month, the second month, I started feeling funny. I didn't know that the pregnancy had gone to the tube. So, and the doctor had gone out of the town. So when that was on a Thursday, I started feeling pain, abnormal pain. And as usual, because the doctor is not around, my mother was the doctor. I used to call her every time. She would tell me, please stay, because the doctor said I should be having a bed rest. So she was like, just stay in the bed, don't move, don't do anything, just stay and wait until you go to see your doctor. So that was on Thursday, and the pain increased. On Friday night, my husband had gone to Acacia, and this time the pain was bad, because I remember every time the pain started, I felt like even the dress that the clothes that I had on, they were increasing the pain. So when the pain started, I started undressing, and I would just, because the body is burning up, I would just look out for anywhere that I would lie down on the floor because the body is burning up. Yes, so that was on Friday, and I'm alone in the house. My husband has gone to Acacia. In the morning when he came, I told him what happened. He was like, we just wait, because the doctor had said that we go on Monday. So we rested on that that Saturday, because now he came from vacation and he's so sleepy. But at some point in the afternoon, I started feeling pain, but it was not that bad. We went to a Catholic hospital that was around us, because we didn't want to wait until Monday. But when we went, they didn't do a lot, and because they knew that I'm pregnant, they just told us, we think you're about to lose this baby again. So they gave me some medication and some painkillers. So we went back home. At night, the pain that I had on Thursday and Friday was double of what I felt on Saturday night. And so because my husband is tired from Acacia, he fell asleep early. And because I didn't want to sleep early, I was just in the sitting room alone. The pain came and I couldn't even call out to tell him that I'm in pain. And so the same process, I started undressing, and I couldn't even call out. And I thank God, because he heard me from very far, because I couldn't call him out because I am in pain. I was just saying, babe, babe, but I can't really call him with a loud voice. So God helped him. He heard me. He came. Now as a husband, he wants to hold me, but when he touches me, I scream. I don't want him to touch me. And he has found his wife on the floor, undressed and in pain, because I'm sweating because of the pain. So he's like just there looking at me until the pain goes away. So at some point it stops. Then now I can tell him what I'm feeling. So we waited until Monday. We went into the hospital, and the doctor was doing some rounds. When we came on, he was called in, because one of the nurses, when he noticed what I was feeling, she knew what was wrong. So he was like, call the doctor and tell him this is an emergency. When he came, he did a scan. And I remember after he did the scan, he took a needle and he pushed it inside of my belly without anything. He didn't even tell me what is happening. Just put it in my stomach, and I'm thinking, you want to kill me. So he pulled the syringe like this, and it was full of blood. So he told us that the baby ruptured because the baby was in the uterus, and he was like, you have to go to the theater room now. And so he gave us, the deposit was supposed to be 20,000, because the whole amount was 60. And we didn't have that money. So we thought, me and my husband were like, yeah, this is it. This is the end because we don't have the money. So we started crying. The nurse came and told us, you don't have to go here. We can refer you to Kenyatta Hospital. So they did that, and we were taken there. People say that when you're about to die, people kind of have peace. By the time I'm getting to Kenyatta, you couldn't tell this is the person that was in a lot of pain. I'm like, I'm okay. But my belly here, it's dark because I'm bleeding internally. So when we arrived at Kenyatta Hospital, they had an accident. So the casualty was full. So I was like, I've heard stories of Kenyatta Hospital. So I was like, yeah, maybe this is it. This is how I come to you, Lord. So just make, if my heart is not okay, clean it, I sanctify me, I'm ready to come. So when my husband gave out the letter to one of the ladies, I saw God, because she had a patient that had an open wound in the head, and they removed that man so that they can take me in. And they said, this is an emergency. They called even in the theater room. They said, this is an emergency. Yeah, eventually I was taken in to the theater room for 5 hours.